Welcome to Bed Crime Stories podcast. I'm your host, T. And if true crime is your jam, and like me, you enjoy delving into unsolved cases, trying to figure out who done it, please consider subscribing. Also, if you find value in my content, please hit that like button. In my desire to understand the somewhat mysterious figure of Summerwell's grandmother and Rosemary Bly's mother, the one and only Candy Harer, or Grandis as we call her, I did a little digging and a little chatting. In the process, I discovered a few interesting tidbits about Grandis that most people likely are not aware of. Grandis is a surprising woman, in my opinion. To me, she comes across as a tough lady. I mean, she's weathered the storm of having a daughter go missing, and now a granddaughter too. Whether she knows what happened to Summer or not, it's still a trauma. Grandis is definitely not an afternoon tea cake and sherry kind of gal. She seems more like a no-nonsense woman, someone who can fend for herself. I mean, she's the one who drove Jose Roman to North Carolina all by herself after the pushing, shoving, and beer bottle throwing incident at 110 Ben Hill Road. She's 60 years old, drives a Silverado, and doesn't seem to mind staying in a trailer with no running water on a property where coyotes, snakes, and bears are said to lurk in the woods. I can tell you right now that you won't find me driving alone through the Great Smoky Mountains with a dude who's mostly a stranger and with a criminal past that includes a stint at the notorious Rikers Island jail. Oh, hell no. Here are 3 things about Grandis that might surprise you. Harer and her friend, Valletta Walton, planted a flower garden in remembrance of Grandis's missing daughter, Rosemary Bly, outside their residence where they lived in Wisconsin. Grandis said of the garden, "It's a garden for Rose, and we planted perennials because they come back. We just keep hoping. We still leave the door unlocked for Rose." End quote. Grandis also had flyers made and helped pass them out when Rose went missing. I know that she has an artificial knee now, but I'm wondering once again why Grandis has been so quiet, inaccessible, and inactive during the past 10 months. She's only 60 years old, not exactly elderly by today's standards. I have not seen or heard of her handing out flyers for Summer, and she's only shown up one time to do a brief interview with WJHL's Ansley Daniel, and that was after 9 months of silence. I'm also starting to wonder if the cacti in the planters that were allegedly transplanted with Summer's help on June 16th of 2021 have greater significance than we know. One of the ways in which Harer supports herself is making jewelry and dream catchers that she sells at craft shows and festivals. And I'm told she actually does quite well at this. Remember that tote bag that was seen in her Silverado? Take a listen to what Candace said about it to Chris McDonough of the Interview Room.
Okay, so walk me through that.
When we dropped them off, they were actually still on his lap.
Okay.
And he put them on the other side of Summer.
Okay, so he reached over?
Yeah, he set them over there by that. There was a black tote she had in there.
Okay, was there, where's that tote at?
I think actually my mom's got it still in her truck. It's got a bunch of crafts and stuff in it.
Okay.
It turns out that the tote really is Harer's arts and crafts bag. Harer also apparently enjoys hunting. Her records show that she had a hunting permit at one time. This is probably not surprising given the town in Wisconsin, Grantsburg, where she lives part of the year. It's an area that is really big on hunting. I was looking through the local newspaper and noticed that during deer hunting season, they have a section devoted to photos of local hunters all dressed up in their orange hunting gear and posing proudly with their bounty. Until the next time on Bed Crime Stories, Hey, on your way out, could you please smash that like button? That will help me continue on my YouTube journey.